If you want some help going vegan or vegetarian, I bet maybe either one of those, read this and this might help you because you'll feel so sick you won't want to eat any meat anymore. At least for like a few hours, minimum. So this Halloween, I decided to challenge myself and I'm gonna try to read Tender as the Flesh. If you've never heard of this book before, that's probably a green flag, honestly. I'll give you a little insight as to what it's about. So basically, there's a virus that goes around and it makes all animal meat poisonous to humans. And as a result, the government decides to let people eat people so they can still consume meat. And the main character in this book works at a local processing plant that slaughters the humans, except they don't call them humans, they call it special meat. And at work he's given a gift, and it's this girl who he actually starts to treat like a real person instead of like a pig he's gonna slaughter. So I think it's gonna be a little bit about his sense of morality. If you like the horror scene, the gory stuff, you might like this. But that's not really my thing at all. I'm someone who gets nauseous really easily, so I tend to stay away from stuff like this, which is why it's a challenge. There's a movie called Fresh with Daisy Edgar Jones in it, and I tried to watch it. It's about cannibalism. I could not do it. I probably watched like 20 minutes of it, I don't know. I didn't get very far, is my point. So if I can finish this whole entire thing, I'm gonna be really impressed with myself. But I am really scared. Also, I'm gonna say, I tried to read this once, and I got it from the thrift store for $1. So when I bought it, I was like, I'm gonna try and see if I can get through one chapter. And I did, I read one chapter, but I did not go any farther. And I have not touched it since. And that was months ago. So, time to read chapter 1 again. I don't remember it. Let's do it. First thing I see, this is page 1.
Carcass, cut in half.
Okay, so we inherited the processing plant from his dad. But it used to be like a normal one, like pigs. Not that that's amazing. I cannot work in a place like that, but it's not a human. Okay, I made it through chapter 1. And for a little bit of context, the human meat is only proposed because scientists in this universe say that plant protein doesn't contain all of the essential amino acids that you need. So animal protein of some sort is necessary to live. So it's eat the humans or die. Personally, I might just die. It's not very gory yet, but I think I'm gonna get a bag. Just in case. For the future chapters. You know, most people have fears of heights and bugs. My fear is throwing up. Ever since I was a kid, I've been really scared of throwing up. So in combination with my fear of throwing up and how easy it is for me to get nauseous, I don't know how hopeful I am. But I'm trying.
Update, I just flinched. I literally flinched while reading the book. I had an actual reaction. I don't like it.
If you've seen my book haul, you know that I like to go to thrift stores a lot. Every Friday, you can catch me at my local thrift stores. And this Friday, today, my local thrift store was doing big bins of clothes. And it's $1 per pound. So you get like whatever you want, they give you a big bag and you can fill it up, and however much it weighs in pounds, that's what you pay, $1 per pound. So my bag was $3, but wait till you see what I have in here. Also, if you don't care about the clothes, I got some books there too, and I'll show that. So stick around. I dress kind of like a boy sometimes, but you know, sometimes I'm girly. But in this case, I got these boys cargo shorts. And where I live, I can't wear these right now because it's too cold, but hopefully I still like them next year. But again, think about it. All of this was $3, so this is probably a couple cents. I got a plain black tank top. I've been wanting one so bad, so I was really excited. Plain black long sleeve. And then I got these Gap jeans. I don't know if you can see them very well. I really like them. They're kind of loose and flare and baggy. And here's my big win. This is Carhartt, which I've been looking for Carhartt stuff. And it's more like an exercise top, but a few cents, like you can't beat it. Okay, now for the part that everybody wants to see, the books. So that store got Agatha Christie's, and then there were none. This is like the only Agatha Christie book that I've really heard a lot about. It seems to be controversial, but you know, I don't know if I'm gonna like it if it's offensive to people, but I wanted to read an Agatha Christie novel, and this was $1, so we'll see what I think. And then I also got, I don't know what, I got this National Geographic magazine for 75 cents. I just thought the seal was so cute. Like, you can't tell me that's not adorable. If I'm sad, I can just look at this. I think it's so cute. And then I got a few books for free. You know, if it's like free, what's the harm in it? Even if I don't know if I'm gonna love it, I can try it. But I got With Teeth by Kristen Arnett. I'm pretty sure it's about like family issues. And then I got The Crane Wife, which is a memoir in a collection of essays. Roxane Gay read this and she gave it 4 stars. I think she said it was a bit repetitive, but the writing was so beautiful that she could look past it. I looked it up on Instagram and it's LGBTQ, so naturally I got it. And this next book is really weird. It's called The Book Eaters. These people like eat books and it gives them knowledge. Like if you eat a map, then you can be knowledgeable about where destinations are and stuff like that. But you have to eat the map to get the knowledge. So it sounds a little silly, but I think it would bring some versatility to my bookshelf. Because it's kind of like fantasy a bit, and I'm not a fantasy person. The closest to fantasy I've gotten is The Song of Achilles, which is Greek mythology, but I don't know. If I'm looking for something different, I can just pick this up and see what I think. Anyways, back to the reading. Back to my spooky vlog. I really think a part of the reason this book has accumulated so much success is because of the cover. If this had some like really ugly cover that looked like it'd be like a Dollar Tree book, I don't think anybody would pick this up. That's a little extreme. I'm sure somebody would, and I'm sure people still do like the contents of this book, but I'm just so confused as to how it has gotten so much success because I do not think it was good at all. I planned to do a check-in after part 1, but I ended up just finishing the whole thing because I wanted it to be done. I guess if the book was successful at anything, it was very successful at making me feel sick. And last night, I went as far as to have a nightmare that I was in this book. I don't know if I've ever had a dream about a book ever, but in this nightmare last night, these people had stolen me and were trying to, like human trafficking, but for cannibalism. They were trying to chop me up and sell me on the black market. And then I felt nauseous for like 2 hours this morning. The thing is, it's not as gory as I thought it was going to be. I mean, it is in some parts, but I thought it'd be like the whole entire book. In part 2, there's not really anything like that. Maybe a few times, but nothing compared to what you're reading in part 1. And some of it just feels so unnecessary. But also it's kind of what the book is centered around. After part 1, I was just thinking, I don't understand where this book is going or what it has been about for the first 120 pages. But then I felt that way at the end too. The characters just feel so underdeveloped. I don't think it was very descriptive at all in the sense of the people. I see what the author was trying to do with the main character, but it was, in my opinion, not successful. Honestly, I'm just so impressed with myself though, because I did not think I was gonna finish the book at all. I think I'm not gonna eat meat for a few days. I just can't. When I think of eating meat, I want to throw up. So there's a lot of subplots going on, like
he's got a wife, he's got a person he sleeps with that he doesn't say a word to. His son died. His dad has dementia and is dying. His sister doesn't talk to him really, or tries to, but for like the wrong reasons and doesn't even care about their dad.
there's just like too many things going on, and they do not progress very well. I don't think. The story itself just fell under for me. The whole part with the girl, it like skips over 8 months of it. Like I didn't get to see him start to think differently about her at all, really. It just kind of just happened. In my opinion, poorly developed. But just so sickening. This book will give you nightmares. Happy Halloween. If you want a book to scare you, I guess you could read this, but it made me feel more sick than anything. This is honestly so big. This could be like Sam's butter sock from iCarly. Instead of butter, it's full of clothes.